Hello, welcome back. My name's Jolie and my husband Justin and I are full-time resellers. So it is Monday morning. It's time to pack up the weekend orders. I'm just going to go over with you what sold this weekend. I won't actually show the packing process, but yeah, I'm going to actually share my screen with you, like show you the behind the scenes numbers of what sold before we jump into the actual items.
So here I am in the seller hub. So this is the 2 days of sales for the weekend. This is today. As you can see, we've only sold $19 worth so far today, but it is only 8 something in the morning. So on Saturday, we sold $409.92, and on Sunday, we sold $449.57. But you do have to consider these numbers include fees and shipping and taxes. So let's go over to orders awaiting shipment. So this here tells you the total for those 2 days is $901.19. But if you click here, it actually shows that $676.04 of that is what I actually get to keep. That the difference between these two numbers, as it says down here, is fees, shipping, taxes, etc. So then eventually I will have to subtract my cost of goods from that number also. So we have 25 items you can see going out here on eBay, and then I think we have 2 items on Poshmark.
We'll start off with our Poshmark sales. The first thing to sell were these in gorgeous condition Birkenstock sandals. They were kind of like a bronze. I mean, just look how clean. You know, most of the time when you find Birkenstocks, you can see the person's dirty foot imprint in it. These ones, super clean. They sold on Poshmark for $42. We paid $1.72 for them. And after fees and cost of goods, we made a $31.88 profit. And our other Poshmark sale was this Coach purse. It's like a Y2K era Coach purse. It was in very good condition. It sold for an offer of $60. We had $2.12 into it by weight. It was got at the bins. And we made a $45.88 profit on this purse. So next we'll go over anything that wasn't clothing on eBay that sold at the end. I'll do all the clothing together. So the first item was this. So cute. I bought 24 of these Pug, they're Danbury Mint Christmas ornaments before Christmas at the bins. They sold so well. I had 3 left. Now I have 2 left because this was the third one. Most of them sold, I would say, in like the $17 range. One person bought 9 of them, just to give you an idea. But this one, I accepted an offer of $13 for. We paid about 20 cents for it. So this was a first for me. I found a Gucci tie at the bins. At the same time, I found a bunch, there's the label right there, a bunch of designer ties. I sold 2 other ones, and for the life of me, I can't remember what the brand was on it, but they were very high-end ties too. This one had a little bit of a crustiness, some spot on it, so it got set aside. And a few days ago, I went through like my basket of like wool things that needed hand washed and things, and I just worked on all the pieces I had been avoiding. This was one of them. It literally just kind of brushed off. This tie sold for $70, and we paid 28 cents for it. Wish I could find more Gucci ties. Justin picked this up at an estate sale. It is a Chantel chafing dish. It was brand new, never used. I can put a picture of it outside of the box right there. He paid $5 for it. Someone sent me an offer for $55, and I was like, sure, we'll take it. And that sold. This pack of women's jockey underwear, I bought 4 of these at the bins, all new in the package. This one sold for $15, and I had 75 cents into it. This was my find of the weekend for estate sales. I went to an estate sale, and it was, I can't even tell you how overpriced it was. I should have tried to video it because you guys would have like laughed. I mean, he had like everyday statues with like $200 price tags on it. He claimed he looked everything up online. But in the basement, in the less valued section, I found this adorable Magnolite roaster with the trivet. It was very clean, considering. It is the GHC kind, not the Sydney Wagner ware. So I think that might make the value a little less. But nonetheless, we asked him how much he wanted for it. And I had said to Justin in advance that I was hoping to get it for 20. And that's exactly what the guy said he wanted for it. I listed it, and within a couple hours, I sold it for $114.99. So anytime I can flip $20 into $114 in literally like a 2-hour time period, I'm down with that. This Patagonia belt was a bins find. It was the first time ever finding a Patagonia belt. It says Patagonia right there. I think they actually kind of might sell the pieces separately and you like build your own belts. We paid 60 cents for it by weight at the bins, and it sold for $26.99. Picked up this Victoria's Secret bra at the bins. As long as Victoria's Secret bras are in great shape, and I prefer larger sizes, like unless the A cup one is something very like spectacular, more on the fancy side, I might pass on that. But it was in very good condition. It was a size 38 double D. We only pay 45 cents for it because bras don't weigh much at all. It sold on an offer for $14. All right, now we'll jump into all the clothes because we sold a lot. All right, so for the clothes, we'll put a picture right here of what the item actually looked like. The first item is this logo, Lori Goldstein. It's either Home Shopping Network or QVC brand shirt. Justin picked it up on a solo trip to the Goodwill on 99-cent day. It was an XL. I would prefer to only buy them in plus sizes. You know, we're working on being picky pickers. Like, we really want to hone in on what sells the most. But he paid 99 cents. It sold on an offer for $14.44, and it sold in less than a month, so not too bad. This Torrid sweater, it was like fluorescent animal print. We've had it for forever. It was a 99-cent day pickup. It's been in major sales, sold for $13. This Susan Graver, it's Modern Essentials liquid knit tunic. I love Susan Graver plus size, and their liquid knit stuff does really, really well for me. It was picked up on 99-cent day. We have had this particular one for a while. It kind of was, you know, a plain navy blue piece. Sold for $15.39. These Chicos, they were slimming capri pants. They were in a bigger size. They were a 3.5, which is a size 18. Really hard to find, like the 3.5 and the size 4 Chicos. So I was excited when I stumbled upon them at the bins. I paid $1.72 for them, and they sold for $21.24. This sold so quickly. I just picked this up on Thursday at the bins, and it sold on Saturday, but it sold on Sunday, but I didn't get it listed till Saturday. It was a Chico's new with tags, like it had nude kind of color underneath and then like a black lace overlay dress. It was brand new. It retailed for $159. I listed it a little higher. I can't remember. I think maybe $79.99. Someone sent me a $50 offer. I sent back $55 and they took it. We paid $1.36 for it. So that was a great flip. This Bray Wyatt WWE, I know nothing about wrestling, sweatshirt was found at the bins. We'd had it for a couple months. We paid $2.19 for it, but it sold for $38.24. This Patagonia jacket was just picked up at the bins on Thursday. It was a youth size extra large. It was very dirty, so I washed it and the dirt came out. It did end up with marks on it here and there, but most of the marks were kind of like a bluish, like a slightly darker bluish color, and it was blue and it just really blended in. But I did my best to show all the marks of the photos. I explained that it had various marks all on it. Still sold for $36.54, and we paid $1.32 for it. This Jones New York, it was a 2X plus size, kind of chunky knit cow neck sweater, was a 99-cent day find. We've had it for a while, so it was in a sale. Someone sent me a $15 offer, and I gladly accepted. This J. Jill embroidered, it was like a button-up shirt. It was only a size small. I now, this is a very old item, and I have changed my sourcing strategy, and I really don't pick up size small in J. Jill. I try to do, I would say, extra large and above. If it's a very special piece, I'll make an exception for a slightly smaller size. We only paid 46 cents for this at the bins. Someone sent me a $10 offer, and I was just happy to move it. This American Eagle shacket I picked up at the bins. When I got it home, I realized it had a big snag. Like, it had an interesting, almost like terry cloth material, and it had a big snag in it. So I listed it really cheap. It's been listed for about a month. We paid $2.78 for it. Someone sent me a $12 offer, and since it was a flawed item, I just like to get flawed items out of my inventory quickly. So I moved it. This Express semi-sheer blouse was also a 99-cent day item and also clearance. It was new with tags, which is the only reason why I bought it. But this is just another example of things I don't buy anymore. It sold for $10.50. We love finding men's Grayson's polo shirt. They're like a golf brand. But what we do find a lot of times when we find them is they have like embroidery for specific like country clubs. So depending on what the country club is, it can either take away or add value. This one was not that great of a club that was embroidered on it. We've had it listed for a while. It only paid 87 cents for it. So when someone sent me a $24.99 offer, I accept it quickly. I do believe I just showed this dress in a haul video because I said I like kind of broke my rule. I never pick up LuLaRoe, but it was a 3XL and it was a solid black, like to the floor length maxi dress, new with tags. So I decided to look it up and it definitely had some value to it. I paid $1.72 for it at the bins and it sold on an offer for $21.24. Another Susan Graver, like liquid knit top. This was a newer piece, picked up probably like 6 weeks ago on 99-cent day, and I sold it on an offer for $15. At this point, we had the slowest sales day. It was on Friday afternoon, and Friday sales were horrible because a lot of people were participating in the economic blackout. Fortunately, it was supposed to be for big corporations, and though eBay is a big corporation, the small guys like me that sell on it kind of got thrown under the bus and swept away with that too. So I probably could have gotten more for this shirt if I would have held out, but I was just trying to spark some sales. And the last item are these Ann Taylor Loft size 12 shorts. I only picked them up because they were new with tags. Paid 89 cents for them. We have had them for a long time, but I probably picked them up closer to like when winter was starting. They sold for $16.99. Now Justin's gonna come and show you his weight sales for the weekend.
There are just a couple weights orders going out here. In this box there is a single York dumbbell. I had picked it up. It was in pretty rough shape, so I decided to just list it pretty cheap and move it. It sold for $24. And here are 4 2.5 pound Billard weight plates that I picked up recently and listed, and they sold pretty fast for, I think I took an offer at like $13.49 on them. And then the last thing are these 2 York spring clips. I pick up a lot of these Olympic spring clips, but these ones had the York sleeves on them, so I decided to just list them and see if they would sell. Took an offer at $10 on them, so that was a nice little throw-in.
So all the orders have been packaged up. They're in 4 IKEA bags getting ready to go to the post office. But I wanted to give you a overview. You know, you saw those initial numbers that I showed you on the computer. So our total cost of goods for all those items was $53.37. And our total profits after cost of goods, all the fees, shipping, everything was $548.64. So we a smidgen more than 10x our money on average. Now, obviously, there was tons of items like the tie that we paid pennies for and sold for $70. And then there were items like that American Eagle shacket that I paid $2.78 for and only made like a $5 profit on. It's the yin and yang, the give and take. I keep talking about that we're trying to pick up better items this year, so I'm working my way through last year's inventory, which reminds me I need to give you a box update. So when I started this year out, I counted these boxes behind me of inventory, and I had 39 boxes of clothing inventory left over from 2024, like that were carried on to this year. So at the end of January, I showed you guys that when they were all combined, we had sold 6 boxes worth of the older clothes from 2024. Now, of course, we're still selling things that we just listed in 2025, but I just wanted to see how long it took us to get through that inventory. So I'll take you over and show you the update for February. So we started out with 39 boxes, and now we're down to 27 boxes left of the 2024 inventory. All right, so that about wraps up this video. I want to give you a teaser for our next video. We went to the bins yesterday and I picked up a huge haul of wool women's plus size items. All the brand Talbots, plus we got a bunch of other cool things. So I'm going to work on getting a bunch of that listed today, and the next video will be me showing you all what we got. I mean, we spent $24, which is the most we spent in one bin strip in a very long time, but I got some really great items. All right, well, we'll see you on the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Take care. Bye.